Welcome back, interpreting and explaining immigration law and what it means for you with the lawyers from the NPZ Law Group, a full-service immigration and nationality law firm right here in New Jersey, New York, Indiana, Florida, Canada, and India. Managing attorney at NPZ's Fort Lauderdale office, Samantha Oberstein, joins me now. Hello, Samantha.
Hi, Vijaya. How are you?
Doing well, Samantha. So, tell me a little about what really is the U visa.
Yeah, and that's a really good question. And unfortunately, we are getting a lot of U visa cases. And I say unfortunately because U visas are for victims of crimes in the US. You can qualify if you were the victim of a crime, of a qualifying crime. There is a list on the USCIS website of what these qualifying crimes are. Of course, we need to be able to show that you've suffered as a result and that you provided substantial guidance or assistance to law enforcement. You were helpful during their investigation. To apply, there's certain forms that need to be filled out. Most specifically is a certification from law enforcement saying, yes, you were the victim of a crime, and yes, you were helpful throughout the investigation. The U visa, the problem with it that we find, it sounds great. It can waive so many different things for clients. It can waive unlawful presence. It can waive some criminal issues. It can waive prior deportations. U visas are a really nice fit. However, there is a limit on the number of U visas that are available each year, only 10,000. And because of that, as you can imagine, there's a huge backlog. U visas right now are taking about 5 to 6 years just to be adjudicated. However, once it is adjudicated and you have your U visa, you wait 3 years and you can apply for a green card, and then you can apply for citizenship. So even though it's a long wait, it does create that pathway for you for a green card and for citizenship. So just some tips for our listeners. Of course, we hope no one ever is the victim of a crime, but if you are, please report that to the police. That is the main purpose of the U visa, is to promote getting criminals off the street and to make sure that those that are doing that are not in fear for their immigration status. And then definitely reach out to an immigration attorney to see if the U visa could be a good fit for you.
So how do you go about proving the crime, and do you have to do that, and what are the different kinds of crimes that come under
typically we look at the police report first. We take a look at what the police are saying happened, because there's certain statutes that they may reference. But then again, taking a look at the list, and just to give you some examples, domestic violence is a common one that we see. We do see obstruction of justice sometimes. I just had a case regarding that. And one that we see very often is felonious assault. So for example, robbery, as an example, used to be included on this list. It's no longer on the list. However, if we can argue that the elements of felonious assault were met in the crime and what had taken place, then we can include that as a U visa crime. So definitely take a look. But even if you're not sure, you were just the victim of something and you don't even know if it qualifies, it is absolutely worth looking into, because you may not need to have been found the victim of a specific listing crime, as long as we can argue that it is related.
Wow, thank you for that, Samantha. A lot of people out there don't know about this, and thank you for bringing it to us. So folks, if you are looking for that U visa, or you're looking to secure a green card, citizenship, Canadian immigration, adjustment of status, H-1B visas, marriage cases, whatever it is, go to NPZ Law Group by logging on to visaserve.com or call them at 201-670-0006. And what's more, you get a special discount when you mention Mirchi. Getting in depth on immigration with subject matter experts from the NPZ Law Group back in just a moment. You keep it right here on Mirchi. It's hot.